Ancient Greece is a vast place that were never truly united, with different periods where they were forced together by a tyrant and most of the time conflicted in an eternal civil war between the barbaric force of Sparta and the more sophisticated Delian League, led by the city-state of Athens. Our group made the decision to shift the focus of our project toward the Delian League and how they create order and unity by decisive factor. They provide crucial contribution to shape the world as it is today, and their method of creating order and unity is still partially used today. Though Spartans and Alexander the Great was very successful at orientating Sparta and Greece around the focus of war and mayhem, but they contribute very little to morph the world as we see it today. Thriving between 478 BCE and 404 BCE, the Delian League was considered the golden age for the growth of art and literature. The Athenians valued knowledge and being educated more than anything else. They believed that having knowledge is having power. Innovation that was introduced that acts as base for many modern concepts, but none of these ideas can become a reality in a broken and unorganized empire. These city-states use the advantage of granted by nature as well, creating their own advantage to keep control of a large alliance. Politics, religion, technology, economy, social hierarchy, and art all take place in creating order and unity. Democracy is the driving force behind creating unity for the League. It all began in Athens as the purest form of democracy, direct democracy. Everyone was involved, only excluding slaves. Every certified citizen shared the same equal power, which means that their voice and ideas have the same weight behind them. This creates a sense of connection as everyone is seamlessly integrated into the very thing that runs the entire League. As the League expanded, there was simply too much people to have a direct democracy, so over time it was shifted to a representative democracy, where the best and most influential speaker represent the people who have placed their trust in them. This form of democracy is still widely practiced today. We will now take a look at how nature keeps order and unity for the League. From the visual, you can see that we have highlighted red all the areas under the League control. They have equally distributed their force around the Aegean Sea, as well as the Iceland in this region, claiming full control of this vast body of water. This have opened up safe routes for communication as well as trading. The outer skirt of the land is covered with mountains that acts as another layer of defense, sealing the city-state. Unity is achieved with this equally distributed layout because of how interconnected the League is, enabling easy communication and keeping everyone in check very easy, hence creating order. Now let's look at how religion helps maintain order and unity. A very effective way to keep everyone united as a whole is to have them believe in the same system of belief. The Greeks as a whole are polytheistic, which means that they believe in more than one holy beings. These gods and goddesses were unique in the fact that they have human attributes, including polar characteristics such as wrath and especially envy. There are many stories reflecting on this sin and is used as a lesson to avoid such behaviors. Since the list was highly focused on being literate, fascinating stories can be passed around fairly easy, therefore creating unity in behaviors. Orders and it also somewhat created by the fear of punishment from a higher figure, such as mentioned in many stories and tales where a mortal is severely punished for the mistakes. Technology is another tool that the League used to create order and unity. Tools and devices are used to improve people's lives and make them for lack of better wording more intuitive. The biggest innovation that aid in creating unity is the superb design and transportation, enabling the fastest possible communication between each stronghold of the League. Since the ship and boat design was so good, traversing the Aegean Sea was very easy and fastly connecting everyone, making the empire feel so heavily bonded. Other improvements are also implied to simplify people's lives, and frankly, people that are happy tend to follow whatever that is creating displeasure. Economy also take part in creating unity. Like every other empire, sharing a currency will help them remind that they are part of something bigger. Since the empire is spread around a large body of water containing many city-states, so internal trading that happened within the empire have strengthened unity. This helped evenly distributed resource around the entire League, minimizing any conflict, maintaining orders. With democracy come with a simpler yet effective structure of social ranking for uniting the people. On top, their certified citizen came second on metrics, or in simpler form, foreigners came last are former slaves and slaves. Unlike other social hierarchy that are intricate with many divisions among its people that have their own duty to fulfill, the League structure is very simple with minimal division. This helps minimize the feeling of disconnection between its people, or at least the people who are in charge of running the entire League, maintaining order. Art were also a big part of creating unity. As an alliance that is heavily focused on being educated, they share the love for music and poetry alike. Tales and songs of the mighty hero are frequently read and sung. Unity is immediately created if everyone shared the same interests, and the Greek was crazy about their arts. On the topic of art, a festival that began out as a tribute for the gods have become a place to literally reunited everyone. I'm of course talking about the Olympics game. The Olympics game started out fairly simple with only one or two activities way back in 77 BCE, where the first Olympic game was hosted. It started out with only a 200-meter dash, but as the game developed more activities was introduced, fleshing out the game through the years. The Olympics represent the spirit of all ancient Greece. It was such a powerful image that in 391 AD, the Romans banned the game, aiming to distinguish the fighting fire within the Greeks. With a spark of light, the game returned to its full glory, traveling from time periods to time periods, from location to another location, bringing the brightly lit fire that the Greeks will to this very day.
Sending big waves into motion, like how a single word can make a heart open.